The next question is how to interpret the curves of the graph as it is seen in the monitor. So for a particular sample, if the curve that is produced for that sample has the same shape as the positive control and the curve is above the negative control line, then it is considered as positive. If in any sample the viral load is very small or there are very few RNA in the sample, it will take much longer for the line to raise above the baseline, because it will take it needed more amplification and more number of cycles in the thermal cycler for the curve to rise above the baseline or the cutoff value. Labs usually take a CT value cutoff of 35 cycle. So any sample with a CT value of higher than that is considered negative. That means after 35 cycle, if the line raises above the baseline, it is considered as negative. Now question comes that how accurate is the test? That means this RT-PCR method, how much it can accurately diagnose that COVID-19 RNA. This RT-qPCR method is a very sensitive procedure, and theoretically only a single strand of DNA that is enough for the primer to pick up and amplify that DNA. So this is a very sensitive procedure, and the presence of a virus can be detected accurately. Can we use several swabs from different people and can test them all together with a single kit? Yes, this is possible. We can test several samples from different people with a single kit, and this can be done to rule out the disease in a community where the incidence of the disease is low. This is also useful for identifying asymptomatic infection. But the problem is that if the combined test is positive, then individual tests need to be carried out for confirming or identifying the positive cases. Next question is, what is the use of rapid IgG and IgM for COVID-19? This serological test actually tells us if a person has been exposed to SARS-CoV-2 virus, but cannot tell it is a current infection or not. This test actually looks for the person's immune reaction to the virus, this which continues after the actual infection with the virus, but by then the virus has already gone. This is just the immune reaction against the virus. So it is mainly good for identifying the persons who are already exposed or asymptomatic patients. They can be easily identified by these serological tests. The IgM antibody cannot be positive before 2 weeks after contracting the virus or 1 week after the onset of symptom. And specific non-cross-reactive epitopes that pull just the desired IgM antibody should be present in the test kit. And for the anti-IgG, the time window is much longer. The test can be positive before at least 6 weeks after contracting the virus, or at least 5 weeks after the onset of symptoms. Sometimes 14 weeks are not enough. So this time window varies between the people. Now a very important question, and that is, what are the precautions that to be taken by the laboratory staffs who will perform this RT-PCR? So the number one part is the viral RNA extraction part, and this is the most dangerous part of the total procedure. And this viral RNA extraction must be done in biosafety level 3 laboratory and must be within a microbiological safety cabinet to protect the workers from the aerosol that may be generated during this extraction period. All the lab workers must uh, wear the appropriate PPE or personal protective equipment. Once the RNA has been extracted, there will be no live virus in the sample. As the virus have been broken apart, the complete virus will be not there. The resulting sample that has been processed can then be moved to biosafety level 2 laboratory for the rest of the protocol, like quantifying and the PCR. It can be done in biosafety level 2 laboratory. Transportation of any open tube or open vessel is not recommended in the laboratory, and while moving the samples from one room to another room, it must be unilaterally, not in bare-handed. So if the lab workers follow their local health and safety protocol, the risk of transmission is low. The microbiological safety cabinet is essential for processing the sample because this has a unique system where the negative pressure gradient is created by the air moving away from the worker, and this air will go through a HEPA filter. So